What is a cybersecurity audit?
Cybersecurity audit is basically where you are taking your existing infrastructure and putting it up against a security framework like NIST or CIS or PCI or SOC 2.
Can anybody do it?
Well, technically anybody can audit, but you want someone that knows what they're doing, and there's only certain people that can give you an accreditation, right? You need a QSA from PCI that's accredited by PCI to give you a PCI audit. To give you an official PCI audit, you need one from ISO. You need a SOC 2 auditor to be able to get a SOC 2.
Why would someone need one?
A lot of times it's customer requirements, right? They're trying to differentiate themselves from everybody else, and that's why people started doing SOC 2s. Is that in the B2B business, people needed SOC 2 audits. So that became the price of doing business. Now it's legitimately the price of doing business. For a while, it was PCI audits back when people stored their own credit card data. So it's just what's going to be next, it's ISO for a while, and then eventually everybody will get a SOC 2, and then they'll be like, well, that's not any good anymore, we need this.
What would you recommend someone do first, like a company? What is a good first step?
I would start with a security framework assessment, like a NIST CSF or a CIS V8, or I prefer NIST. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But CIS works too. It's more simple. But then if you're going into HIPAA, you need a HIPAA assessment. You should always couple those together. You should have NIST and HIPAA, NIST and SOC 2, NIST and PCI, because you're generally about 85% compliant based on those.
What happens when a company doesn't pass an audit?
People get fired. What happens is they get a chance to remediate. Generally presented with findings, they have a chance to remediate. PCI attaches fines to it. Mm-hmm. SOC 2, you get findings. HIPAA, you get fines. But the bigger issue is, your customer wants this done, and you got to get it done by a date certain, and you come back and say, well, we failed our audit. Well, all of a sudden, your credibility's out the window.
How is an audit and a pen test different?
An audit is basically looking at your controls and seeing that they actually work properly from a policy procedural standpoint, whereas a pen test is literally trying to find a vulnerability and exploit it.